you're probably killing him at 180, you know? And sometimes that's just the heavy life against a character like Clairen. But you do have neutral. You've got some of the best neutral in the game, and you can mix like no one else. You know, you gotta take a patron to kill Sage's book, and you gotta mix.
It's time to mix, especially with Julesville as the start for this game. And as far as stages go, I feel like this is as best as it could have gone for OoDa, given that playing off of any of the plats, as well as the pillar, gives a lot of opportunity to just constantly interrupt Cheesy. Where, yes, she may be able to swing, and it's going to hurt a lot. But likewise, while Kragg is going to be living forever, there's a lot of opportunity for Clairen to overstay her welcome.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, get good recovery mix up there, but Nair forwarder is going to do it again, and without a jump, OoDa only has an air dash working, but goes for a very early up B, which is that is kind of like one of the caveats to Clairen as a whole. You've got to know how to recover, especially against a character like Kragg that can just wait there for so long and wait for every option that you want to pull out.
Yeah, no, Kragg has so many opportunities to slow down any edge guard interaction to a screeching halt.
Okay.
But playing from below, fantastic response from OoDa as he breaks first blood.
Yeah, and right now, very fragile stock at 154. Like, forwarder is definitely going to do it at this point. An up air might do it at this point. Oh, the empty land! You know he's feeling him. You know a player's feeling themselves when you see them empty land.
It's one of the things that I love to hate about Clairen. Like, the character's buttons can be suffocating in so many situations, but the real thing that puts a lot of the weight behind those buttons, the fear of them. Just waiting a little bit before swinging has so much value for Clairen because she can wait for you to misposition yourself and then just you tie the noose yourself.
Absolutely. It's very easy for you to get lost in Clairen's mix-ups, and the threat of something like a downer coming out, something like a nair happening, like right there, boom, see? 2 for flinching, and that is the stock. 69.
There was no reason to die that early, but OoDa demanded it.
Yeah, OoDa said, you're going to parry here, and that's going to be really cute, you know? It's going to be a little quirky. I don't know why he dash attacked the rock, but you know, I'm not going to question his actions.
Hey, he's in the lead.
He's in the lead, you know, maybe he just wanted to get rid of the rock. Maybe he thought like he'd get a funny little dash attack off it, you know?
As a treat.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, but the counter's coming out now too. That means no rock. That means you have to go button to button with me. And the fade back on that up B, looking so good.
Oh, he went the command grab on her.
Yeah, you see Cheesy starting to throw out a button because if OoDa's not going to, you have no reason to be afraid, you know?
And he's living until 143 right now. Oh, I love that. The moonwalk to threaten with the back air. Hold on, off the pillar.
It's so strong. It's so strong. OoDa taking game 1 with a 2 stock. A 2 stock.
She's playing so composed right now.
OoDa is playing fantastically against a Cheesy who's actually coming off of a recent tournament win at Sunny Shore against one of the best Clairens in the game, Plastic Dinos.
Oh yeah, and now she's got this to help her try to stave off some of this pressure.
The neutral. This is the neutral stage, you know? This is the one where it's like, okay, I'm gonna figure out what you wanna do, you know? And sometimes you just kinda get an early stock like this. Sometimes you just kinda, you clean it up, you know? You tap it in. You get a nice forward strong at the ledge at 90, and it's just stock lead for you, you know?
There's no platforms to make your approaches ambiguous here as Clairen. Your jump is a huge commitment. Even if you empty hop, it's just a tell. It's showing what your opponent is going to have to worry about. And when Kragg has that information preemptively, that's a lot to play off of.
Absolutely. Right now, OoDa's just trying to find his footing in neutral. Just figure out like, okay, she's kind of mixing up my timings right now, doing some jab 1-2, some F-tilt stuff. I gotta kind of regain my footing, reset, and recompose, because Cheesy's kind of running away with this one right now.
Yo, she said counter be damned, this rock is cooking.
Oh, absolutely.
Right along the border, too, to maintain the pressure?
Yeah, that's how you know.
That's
the adaptation. Bold. Yeah, the adaptation's right there. Oh, gets the rock, but so far off stage. Yeah, Cheesy goes for it. Another forward strong. The exploitative nature of Clairen's recovery is huge. And if Cheesy can kind of keep OoDa doing these more linear recoveries, force these resource burns, we could maybe be looking at a 3-stock. We've seen a lot of them this top 8 so far. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, no, everybody wants that W, and everyone's sitting here trying to prove it. Listen, this is a very important event to perform well at.
Yeah, the
and
first.
they're looking to make sure that nothing can be misinterpreted as a fluke.
The first RCS Premier event is something you want to make a good performance at, and with OoDa being one of the few that is not a top 8 seed, wanting to make a big impression is good. But Cheesy said, nah, 3 stock.
Cheesy out here trying to say, OoDa may have earned his way here, but she belongs here.
Absolutely.
And that was on OoDa's counter pick of a stage.
Oh boy, we're gonna see Tower of Heaven for game number 3. I think a stage like this, mid plats, high plats like that, fantastic for Clairen. I mean, I'm surprised we're not seeing Spirit Tree. Maybe it's because of the smaller nature of that stage, but you can't go wrong with Tower.
Yeah, no, I think Tower in this kind of a situation is a really solid pick because there's a lot of space. I can't even talk about what could happen on stage because we got to talk about what's happening off stage.
Yeah, Cheesy said, all right, Nair 1, Nair 2, 4, forward, area. That is the stock at 80.
We stick a leggy out. We stick a leggy out and good things happen.
Yeah, the drop kick is the tried and true. And now we're seeing OoDa having to play the approach game a lot more, which sometimes if you're not guessing right, you are eating a lot of punishment from this. And there it is right there. Again, we're seeing the rock combos from game 2.
So much rock, so little time.
Oh, going down for that drop zone of forward air, not gonna get it. Oh, goes for a down strong that just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, Cheesy can afford to play risky and just swing like this, though, because she has such a strong lead. And she's been able to take away any momentum on this stage so well.
Absolutely. Right now, not lapping in percent just yet, but might be lapping in stocks here in a second.
Mesh Tech not going to find its mark, neither the rock, but playing off the pillar.
Oh, but catches the tech away with the up strong, and now up 2 stocks to 1. We can't see another 3 stock in game 2. We need to take this one.
OoDa needs to respond here, otherwise it's looking like it's curtains before we even call the set count.
There it is. All right, the tipper fair into down strong, cleaning up one of the stocks, but Cheesy still has a whole fresh 2 more to play with. And
now we saw a similar situation like this in the previous game. Like,
yeah,
OoDa could take it back. OoDa just needs to commit to these hits. Like, getting the tipper spacing on the aerials is all well and good, but needs to make that pressure amount to something. Big damage, total stage control, kill an early stock. Do something to just cement the fact that this is competitive.
All right, we're seeing the percent start to rack up, but the double dash attack burns the jump. Air dodge is back on. All right, OoDa's sort of getting the hang of it, wave dashing back a bit more and starting to bait Cheesy into approaching a little more recklessly. But these trades are not what you want right now. Oh, unless that happens.
There you
go.
go.
On the 4 strong. Last stock, game number 3. Oh, we can see a big one.
31% built up onto OoDa already. Clairen is bleeding here. And it's not going to take much for Cheesy to find the kill.
Oh, yeah, right there. The up air. Tough DI scenario to get caught up in. But that was what the rock was doing. A lot of jump forces. Like, a lot of this is covering the waveland space because it's a neutral throw. It lingers for a while. Cheesy said, you really can't go back there. Cheesy said, you are not allowed to go back. That was too close. She said, no. She said, no. We go to Treetop for game number 4. Another great stage, I think, for Clairen, honestly.
I would agree. This stage is just pure chaos, in my opinion. It's such tight quarters. The platforms, there's such little space between the 2 of them and the base plat. Claustrophobic is how I would try to describe this one in one word. And Clairen takes advantage of that claustrophobic space so well. She just needs to swing and she's occupying practically the whole stage.
Woo! And yeah, no DI in on that down air. Maybe thought that it wasn't going to tip her for some reason, but that is going to be the first stock going to OoDa.
A very strong response, and we're going to have to see a bit more of that from OoDa.
Yeah, and there we go again. We're starting to see the mix-ups on the recovery. Parrying that first one, not really as much of a benefit as one might think.
Excellent tech, staying alive.
Yeah, we tech those. We definitely tech those.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a little bit of a scary situation. Might have been a movement flub, but Cheesy cleaning up that stock. Only 41% on her. A character like Kragg, 41% is not a lot. But if you're starting to hit your confirms a lot more, then that might be a lot.
Yeah, hey, listen, this is Clairen we're still talking about. You got to worry about once those tippers start hitting. Like, that's stun damage. Like, having to just sit there and anticipate how Clairen is going to be hitting you, like, that's just mental stack, building and building. And OoDa could do that very quickly if he's playing at peak.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about his explosive nature as a player in this tournament. We're going to see if he can keep himself alive here, because right now the percents are high, but that was almost a tipper. Up strong to the rock.
All right, Jet putting into position.
Oh, the double tipper fair!
Wow!
The rare double tipper fair actually coming in clutch and cleaning up the stock.
Not finally showing a pulse here with a lead, but for how long?
Oh, the counter off of the up tilt!
Tipper counter really is the thing right now.
Oh, yeah, that's a rough one. Doesn't get the waveland onto the stage, and unfortunately that is gonna be the second stock, but a little bit of a lead right now for OoDa.
I was just about to say, for the first time in a long time, it feels like it's like Cheesy's fighting off the deficit, not an even game. And that's huge for OoDa, because one situation...
Like you said, the deficit right now is huge, but like Cheesy's bringing it back.
Like, it just takes the one swing, and if it's spaced right, it's curtains.
It really does. Oh no, the lingering down B there causing a little bit of an awkward spot, and then the down B into the up strong, gonna seal it out. 3-1 for CheesyPotato, and another Tri-State member falls, but OoDa at 5th place along with Danzello. Phenomenal performances from both of them. Two players you would not expect to see this far, this deep in the bracket, showing up and causing huge waves.
You showed up in a big way.
You know this is going to affect a lot of things, especially going into the next big tournament, which I believe is Riptide.
Yeah, it's mere weeks away.
Yeah, and knowing that we've got OoDa getting 5th here, taking out some heavy hitters along the way, and Danzello doing the exact same thing, like that is huge.
It's a big statement. It's just going to show that, like, yes, this may be like one of the last RCSs for Rivals 1, but there's still players looking to cement their name in Rivals history.
People want...
It's still very competitive.
Yeah.